On September 3, 2025, the United States Air Force carried out a landmark live-fire test involving the deployment of the next-generation QUICKSINK precision-guided weapon in the Norwegian Sea. This event represented a major advancement in America's maritime strike capabilities and was executed using one of the most advanced platforms in the U.S. military arsenal, the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. Supported by Royal Norwegian Air Force F-35A fighter aircraft, the test served as a full-spectrum demonstration of integrated Allied strike power in a highly strategic and increasingly contested region of the North Atlantic. The B-2 Spirit's participation in this mission is not incidental, it is a deliberate operational choice. As the world's only long-range stealth bomber currently in service, the B-2 offers unique advantages for missions that require deep penetration into contested airspace. Its radar-absorbing design, global reach, and payload capacity make it ideally suited for precision strike missions against both land and sea targets. Deploying it in a maritime strike role further demonstrates the bomber's adaptability across multiple mission sets, from nuclear deterrence to conventional warfare. In this case, the use of the B-2 to deliver QUICKSINK-equipped munitions against a live maritime target highlights how the U.S. Air Force is evolving to meet modern threats, including naval ones. The QUICKSINK program itself is a significant innovation. Traditionally, the ability to neutralize enemy ships has been the domain of specialized naval weapons systems such as the Harpoon missile or, more recently, the Long-Range Anti-Ship Missile (LRASM). However, these systems are expensive and available in limited quantities. QUICKSINK offers a cost-effective alternative by transforming standard JDAMs, Joint Direct Attack munitions, into capable anti-ship weapons. Through the addition of new seeker technologies and advanced guidance kits, QUICKSINK allows JDAMs to locate, track, and destroy moving surface vessels. This provides commanders with a scalable solution for maritime strike, one that can be deployed in large numbers and from a variety of platforms, including stealth bombers. In operational terms, this test was about more than just hitting a target, it was about validating an entire concept of operations. The strike demonstrated that U.S. forces can engage maritime targets from the air using precision weapons at standoff ranges, in coordination with Allied fifth-generation fighters, and under the pressures of a realistic maritime operating environment. Norwegian F-35s played a critical role in the operation. These aircraft, equipped with some of the most advanced sensor and networking capabilities in the world, were used to assist in target acquisition, situational awareness, and real-time coordination with the B-2. This level of integration is central to the future of coalition warfare, where multiple Allied platforms must operate as a single networked force. The strategic location of the test, the Norwegian Sea, was no coincidence. This region is a critical area in terms of geopolitical and military importance. It sits adjacent to the Arctic, the North Atlantic shipping lanes, and the Kola Peninsula, where Russia's northern fleet is based. That fleet includes advanced submarines, surface ships, and long-range precision strike capabilities designed to disrupt NATO's control of key sea lines of communication. In the event of a high-end conflict, the ability of the United States and its allies to project power and defend those sea lanes would be essential for reinforcing Europe and sustaining operations across the Atlantic. By conducting this test in such a strategically sensitive zone, the U.S. is not only advancing its own capabilities but also sending a clear signal of deterrence and resolve. This event also reflects a broader shift in how the U.S. views airpower in the maritime domain. For decades, maritime strike was largely the responsibility of naval aviation and surface fleets. With QUICKSINK and similar programs, the Air Force is expanding its role in sea control. This is a major doctrinal evolution. In a future conflict, large-scale maritime engagements could see the Air Force engaging surface fleets not just in support of the Navy, but as an independent strike force capable of neutralizing key naval assets before they can threaten American or Allied interests. The ability to quickly re-roll a bomber wing to deliver precision maritime strikes without requiring new platforms or infrastructure dramatically enhances operational flexibility. Additionally, this test confirms the importance of realistic joint and combined exercises. Modern combat will not be fought in isolation. Success in future conflicts will depend on the ability of Allied forces to operate seamlessly across domains, air, sea, space, and cyber, and in coordination with one another. Norway's involvement in this mission, both politically and operationally, reflects the high level of trust and integration between the U.S. and its key European partners. The use of Norwegian airspace, waters, and support infrastructure underscores the strategic utility of hosting forces that are interoperable with U.S. systems and capable of participating in high-end operations. The QUICKSINK test is also notable for what it says about the U.S. military's emphasis on affordability and volume in modern weapons design. High-end warfare against peer adversaries will not be limited to a few surgical strikes. It will likely require massed fires, persistent operations, and the ability to deliver effects rapidly and at scale. QUICKSINK addresses this by enabling high-volume production and deployment of anti-ship capability without placing strain on the limited inventory of standoff cruise missiles. This allows for more flexible planning, better resource management, and a more sustainable long-term strategy in a prolonged conflict scenario. The broader implications of this test are profound. It illustrates the growing capability of the U.S. to engage in maritime operations from the air with precision and stealth. It shows that American strategic bombers can now perform roles traditionally reserved for naval forces. And it demonstrates that through innovation and partnership, the U.S. military can adapt existing platforms and munitions to new challenges, rather than relying solely on expensive, purpose-built solutions. The September 2025 QUICKSINK test was a comprehensive validation of America's evolving strike capabilities. It showcased the versatility of the B-2 Spirit, the growing relevance of the U.S. Air Force in maritime operations, the strength of U.S.-Norwegian military cooperation, and the success of cost-effective modernization programs in adapting to 21st-century threats. The United States continues to lead in precision strike, operational flexibility, and technological adaptation, maintaining a decisive advantage in the evolving strategic landscape.